It was only a couple years ago that I found myself in a position of trying to figure out what my next step was. I was in a role that I loved with the company I loved and everything about that company I loved, except there was something missing for me and I couldn't quite figure that out. And then on the other hand, there was other opportunity out there that I either was looking into or was not sure if I was interested, and I really wasn't sure what I wanted. I had spent so many years going where the company needed me to go. There was a problem over here, so I was going to go try to solve it. I'm a natural problem solver. And so I found my career at the hands of my loyalty to the organization. Well, I'm very grateful for that because I learned a ton and I grew so much. But there came a point where I needed to really start driving my own career and not just let just the organizational problems drive me in the next direction, but that plus what do I want to be when I grow up? And so I stumbled upon Lisa Nichols. Lisa Nichols is a very well-known coach. I will leave that information down below in the comments. But one of the tools that she has was this 3-column approach. And what you do is you get a piece of paper. In column 1, you list out all the jobs you ever had. In column 2, you're going to list out of those jobs that you had, what made you happy, what did you do well, all of that in column 2. And then in column 3, what did you learn from that job? What did you take with that job to the next one? So this is what it looks like. Column 1, list out all the jobs that you had. Column 2, you're going to list out what made you happy about those jobs, what were you good at. Column 3 is all about what did you learn from that job and what did you take with you to the next job. At the bottom, if you looked at it like an Excel sheet, you would find that this is my current role. What is my current job? And in that current job, what am I good at? Am I still good? Am I still getting what I need? Am I challenged? Am I happy? And then am I learning? Am I still learning? Because most of us really need to feel challenged in order to feel fulfilled in our roles. So then after that, you have all this listed out, and then the second piece is going to be about analyzing it, putting it all together. And in this first column, you're thinking about, these are all the jobs that I've had in starting, like when I did this, I started back when I was like 14 and I was working like side jobs, helping the elderly or doing ironing for, the community. But here, list all of those jobs out. And then you want to see, am I still progressing in the right direction? At some point in my career, I thought about what I want it to be when I grow up. Am I still progressing in that direction? And then I'm going to analyze everything that I was good at. Am I happy at? Am I still there? Am I still good at what I do? Because maybe I'm in a position that's not a good fit for me. Or am I still being challenged? Am I getting fulfilled here? And then here is where you want to start thinking about, am I still learning? Am I still growing? Because we need to grow as people. We need to keep our minds active. So that's part 2, analyzing, looking at it from a data perspective. And then part 3 is then figuring out, what's my action plan? Key message here is you own it. This is your job. This is your role. This is your life. And one of the mistakes I made was navigating through life, just going with where the problems went. Now, there's pros and cons to that. The pros was I was ready when opportunity knocked, but the con is that I got to a point where I'm like, am I really where I want to be? So really, when you make that next step, you want to pause and really think about what your next step will be. And by doing this work, you'll get there. So in this section this is where you listed all your jobs, you want to think about, what job do I want to be? If I wasn't growing here, what's my next growth opportunity? If I was growing and I'm on this steady climb, do I want to stay where I'm at, or is there the next level that I want to be at? Or is it a different industry? Is it a different job altogether? And then so list that out. That becomes like your vision of where you want to go. Then when you looked here and you thought about all the things that made you happy, will this new role fulfill those things for you? And list out how and why. Also, when you looked at everything that you were good at, you looked at your strengths. So now you want to list out in this bottom what those strengths are and how those strengths will enable you here. How will these strengths improve this new role that you're looking for? And then when you think about this new role, the strengths that you have, everything that you learned, and this bottom piece, you want to think about, what are my gaps? If I want to go here and I want to learn whatever this is here, then I know I'm going to have gaps. I have strengths, but we have to get really honest about our gaps. If we want to be good and be on our A game in this new role, then we need to start preparing for that and listing out all the things that you need to learn here in order to achieve this. All right, this is your 3-column exercise. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks.